So where do we go when when we're having a really bad time and we're feeling like we have no friends to talk to? We've driven our friends away because we're so hard to deal with. We have nobody that we can talk to, but we're feeling really isolated and alone and like nobody cares and there's no reason to live anymore. Where do we go? What do we do? Who do we contact? If we contact our friends, they're going to want to do whatever they can to cheer us up. But if they can't, they're going to do whatever they can to not let us do anything stupid. And if they don't do something and then we do something stupid like kill ourselves, then they have to feel for the rest of their lives like they failed to they were the one person who could have made a difference and saved somebody's life, and they failed. So you call either the crisis center or the crisis clinic, or you call your friends and reach out for help and say, I'm feeling really, really miserable. They can misconstrue what you're saying. They might think you're suicidal. Call the police. It's just not a very nice thing to have the police come knocking at your door. And then if you can't convince them that you're not suicidal, what happens next? They take you to the hospital, whether or not you want to go to the hospital. And that's another thing. There's really no people at your typical ER. There's no consideration for people who are depressed. You're a perfectly healthy person in every respect except you're sad, more or less, and yet you're put into an empty room, and that's if you're lucky. They put you in an ER room. There's no TV. There's very little there. They come in, they treat you like you're sick, and if you act too unhappy with the fact that you're at a hospital when you didn't really need to be, they'll put you in a locked room with a bed. And there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there to comfort you, help you feel better. You're in a locked room like an animal, or like you've broken the law. There's a bed. I mean, I'm sure every hospital is going to be different, but this is experiences that I've heard about, and that's it. And so you're like bored in about 1 minute, and you go to check the door, and it's locked. And people are walking past you, and you're behind a locked door, just like you had just done something wrong, like you're a criminal, like you're being punished. I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't sound like help to me. That's like punishment. It's humiliating. It's humiliating. They'll put you in like a paper garment, a paper gown. They'll take your stuff from you, your phone, all your stuff, your ID, everything. If you have any books, anything that you have, your personal belongings, they'll take away. And you'll be sitting there in this paper gown in most likely a locked room with very little to occupy yourself, except whatever's making you really sad and the fact that you're being locked up for it. People need to have a clue in the hospitals. I'm sorry, hello. We are sad people. We are emotionally upset, disturbed, whatever. We've had a really bad time. Something happened to us that day. We're really having a crappy day. And a lot of times we just want to talk to somebody, and maybe we're not suicidal, so don't even if we are suicidal, my feeling is, why treat somebody like that? We're going to take you to the hospital where you'll get talked to by somebody. No, that's not what it is. You get treated like you're a child, like you're a 2-year-old. They treat you like, if you seem even remotely dangerous, they'll put you in 4-point restraints. And you're going to be in a locked facility. There's going to be locked doors, depending on the hospital. Whether or not you're suicidal, that is not how you treat a person. You do not strip them of their rights. You do not strip them of their dignity. You do not humiliate them and punish them for being ill. It's just the idea of taking somebody against their will to a hospital is humiliating enough right there. But if you're going to do that, then when the person arrives at the hospital, you do not treat them like they've done something wrong. You do not treat them like they're an animal that might bite you or themselves. You let them maintain their dignity. Hello. They're still people. I don't understand the way the hospitals treat the mentally ill. I really don't. And people with depression, especially, we're not like, way over the top crazy people. We're just sad, and our emotions are really big, and we're having a hard time controlling our emotions, but we're not crazy. We have a chemical imbalance in our body. That doesn't mean we should be treated like nuts, like, oh, one flew over the cuckoo's nest, let's throw her in a locked room. Okay, I went off on a completely different thing, but my point is, what is there for people who are going through a really bad time and either are thinking about suicide or aren't, but they are on that road? Maybe we'd have less people becoming suicidal. Maybe we'd have less suicides if there was something out there for people who were on that road, who were getting progressively sadder every day. And it's happening now. We're in the holiday season as I'm making this latest video. We're in the holiday season, and I'm on Daily Strength, this wonderful website, and every day I see more and more people posting, what are my reasons to still be alive? What do I do to get through the holidays all by myself? It's not an easy time for people with depression. I'm pretty sure I've read that during the holidays you have more people either killing themselves or wanting to kill themselves because they have nobody, and they feel completely excluded by society. Everybody else is out there having a wonderful time, and friends are gathering and having parties, and the people who are sad that nobody wants are really feeling it, excluded and punished for being ill. So that's all I wanted to say. I just really think it's a good idea, what I read on Daily Strength, somebody posted. There needs to be, my puppy's barking. I don't know if you can hear her up there, but I have to make this short because the puppy is barking. Oh my God, I'm the slave to the puppy now. And my cats. Anyway, and my birds. No, but this is really, I think, important. There really needs to be a place where people who don't have friends, or their friends can't be there for them, because I'm sorry, we are very hard to deal with, can get encouragement and support and affirmation or something, so they don't continue to downward spiral and become suicidal and end up having to be humiliated at some hospital, which, I'm sorry, it doesn't help, it only makes it even worse. You're going to make the person feel like shit, putting them in a hospital in a locked room with a paper gown or 4-point restraints. That is not how you treat somebody who is sad. You do not treat them like they're a criminal. Ooh, I'm sorry, this is a hot topic for me. This is really not a good thing. And anyway, okay, so that's all. I just think somebody out there should come up with something, or the mental health whatever should come up with something to address all the people out there who are suffering and not getting any relief for it, except, oh, here, take this pill. Oh, go see your doctor and talk to them once a week. Sometimes the doctors aren't available at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. And the only thing you have is the crisis center or the crisis clinic, and then what happens? You call them, what happens then? You say the wrong thing, the police come, and they drag your ass away, and you have the most humiliating experience of your life. Why? Because you reached out and you asked for help. They punish you. They punish you for reaching out and asking for help, and then they wonder why people don't call and ask for help. Hello? You don't want to have somebody help you if it's going to take every last shred of dignity away. So yeah, I think there should be better things, for a better answer for people who are suffering with depression or any, bipolar or schizophrenia, any mental health issue. It's not our fault, so stop treating us like we're criminals. Thank you.